I'd like to greet all human beings all around the world with a universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor religious beliefs may be. It doesn't matter whether you are black or white or whatever your nationality, creed, or race may be. It doesn't matter whether or not you are dark-skinned or light-skinned. It doesn't even matter if you the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter if you the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. Doesn't matter whether you like me or not. Doesn't matter whether you like my YouTube video channel or not, or what I produce on my YouTube channel. Doesn't matter if you my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. I greet all of you all with the same universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. Today happened to be Monday, November the 18th, 2019, the time being about 8:08 a.m. I'm here in my favorite spot again. You can see the northbound traffic there on I-57. There goes some more northbound. There goes some southbound on I-57. You can see the geese. You can see them all over. You see how they surrounding the whole pond here? They ain't too long flew in. But what I want to talk to y'all today briefly about is black folks, beware of these blacks. Now, if the shoe don't fit, don't wear it, but beware of the blacks that's perpetrating evil in our communities. Beware of who your children's communicating with on these computers, on these phones, in the streets, in the schools, in the churches, or anywhere your children go. Be careful who your children are dating, male and female. I'm black and I'm finna show y'all an evil black perpetrator that's a coward, try to hide behind gangs in different organizations. This individual by the name of Keith, called himself Keith W., was calling himself Keith Walker, was calling himself James Jarrett, was calling himself Jesse James. Then he tried to put a fear in me saying, well, I'm 7'4". I'm growth and development. Now he said, I'm united with peace. Growth and development and united with peace don't go around starting chaos in the black community. I know that for a fact because I done grew up with some, I done did time with some, and I still know some that's active and non-active today. And they don't act like Keith W. or Keith Walker. And they not cowards. That's what Keith Walker is, a coward. Keith Walker would put an innocent individual in the penitentiary for blowing his head off. Keith Walker would get some of your other people that follow behind him get you killed or have you killing somebody. You'll be in prison and the other person will be in the cemetery, or you'll be in the cemetery and the other person will be in prison. I done been through it before with cowards like Keith. Cowards like Keith killed my brother after they got their butt whooped and shot him 4 times in the back and once in the back of the head. But God took care of them. I don't trust people like Keith W. Ain't nothing Keith W. can personally talk to me about in person for nothing. I'm going to show you how evil this Negro is. Negro is an ignorant individual. Ignorant come in all colors. Now, it's an individual that came on my page with the YouTube channel by the name of Every Word is a Made -U, the letter U. And they made a comment and asked me a question. It's legitimate. It was a legitimate question. To me it was, because I'm advocating to stop the execution of Rodney Reed, a black man that's on death row in the state of Texas. And I'm not the only one. Oprah Winfrey, Kim Kardashian, I can't pronounce her name right, Kanye West's wife, Dr. Phil, Republicans and Democrats. But anyway, I made a few YouTube videos on it, and then it's the person with that particular YouTube channel that I just told you about. I don't know if they black or white. I don't know if they male or female, but they asked me a legitimate question. They say, what about the justice for the 12-year-old that Rodney Reed raped and the other 6 females that Rodney Reed sexually assaulted or raped? They went on to say the semen of Rodney Reed was in the rectum of the 12-year-old, and the semen was on some of the other 6 victims, if not all. I don't know if that's true or not. But before I can answer, this coward by the name of Keith W. The question wasn't asked to Keith W., it was asked to me on my YouTube channel. If Keith W. about all these things he said, then why don't he have a YouTube channel advocating about something other than to try to criticize me because I talk about sellout blacks and racist whites? He had a problem with me talking about white supremacists and Ku Klux Klan. He said it seemed like I'm racist. You know why he said that? Because he got a white girlfriend. Since he got a white girlfriend, I can't talk about known Ku Klux Klans that I know, known white racists that I know. I don't care if you had 10 white girlfriends. If I see somebody racist, I'm going to speak about it. But let me tell you about this perpetrator that causes harm in our communities now. Now, he claimed GDs and BDs ran me up out of Chicago. I told him produce it because I know he can't produce it because it didn't happen. Anybody know why I left Chicago and came down here to help take care of my grandmother, may she rest in peace, and taking care of other elderly people in young and old down here? Then he said that I did something to some children in Chicago. I told him produce the parents and the children. He can't because it didn't happen. You see, he said the same thing, these racist whites down here in Charleston, Missouri. If the shoe fit, wear it, because all of y'all ain't racist, but you know who you is. The same racist white people that said the same thing that keep saying that I did something to children. The same thing some of these blacks saying down here that call themselves leaders, that I did something to children. Well, ask the people when I was living on Rodney why they let their daughters, watch their daughters while they went to college and went to work. If they thought that was true, then they wouldn't let me watch him. But let me tell you how this individual came on my page when the person asked me the question. And Keith got on there and said, answer that question, your answer to that, Raymond, or answer that question. Now, to show you how ignorant Keith feels, I answered it. Keith thought that this person and me that asked me that question because I'm advocating for Rodney Reed not to be executed, and this person is advocating the justice for a 12-year-old and 6 other females that they say that Rodney's supposed to rape and assaulted. But me and that person didn't get into it. That person responded to me legitimate, and I responded to that person legitimate. I told that person, I said, I don't know anything about that, but you can send me some information. If you show me some documentation of what you saying is true, because they said that they had photos with the semen in the child's rectum. I don't know of them ever really exposing a child's rectum as evidence on social media. But if they can show me that, or show me the alleged convictions or charges on them cases, then I'll change my mind if that's what what they saying is true. They sent me a website that I went to, and all it had was Rodney Reed's criminal background. Now, Rodney Reed's criminal background, the first half of it, all of them was disposed of with no convictions. They was traffic, burglary, trespassing, and then they had about 6 or 7, I believe, I could be wrong, but somewhere in that nature, 6 or 7 other charges, and all of them was sexual assault and capital murder. But all of them was dealing with the same case of this female that got killed in 1996, raped and killed. All of them was the same thing. It's just like if you shoot somebody and don't kill them, you'll get 7 or 8 aggravated batteries, and all of them will be listed, but they'll be the same case. But I told this person I couldn't find it. The person didn't get angry at me or get to talking negative. Keith kept on talking mess. Then Keith told me that he was gonna come to me, to my house, I'm assuming, and talk to me man to man. And I told him he don't want to do that. You or anybody else came with you. I don't care who you with. I don't care who you hooked up with. But if you came to my house, I'ma deaden you and anybody come with you. You done made threats to me, you and your coward friends down here. Any of y'all approach me or my family, I'm gonna kill you. I ain't gonna wound you. And then you know what the person said? That every word is made dash you. They said, Keith, damn, y'all don't need to sort nothing out. Why don't y'all go y'all separate ways? This is what this person's saying, that's representing the people that they said that Rodney Reed did something to. They said Keith. They didn't say Raymond, but they said y'all need to go your separate ways. I agree with 99% of what this person said. But see, I don't need to go my separate way. Keith need to go his. Keith coming on my page. I ain't coming on Keith. Keith is a coward that rides around like some of these people here in Charleston and other places. If the shoe fit wet, that I done be in Chicago, ride around and look and see what black that they can just do a drive-by by. A black that they can see who they can rob or shoot or kill. That's what type of individual Keith is. Keith gonna get a whole bunch of people killed if they following him. Because if they come to my house, ain't nothing we can talk about. Ain't nothing we gonna talk about if you come to my house. But I'm just showing you how evil people like Keith is. They cowards. And all they do is start chaos in the black community, and they try to hide behind game. Tell Keith to produce those GDs and BDs that ran me out of Chicago. Tell Keith to produce the parents and the children that I supposed to did something to anywhere. Keith can't produce it. Keith asked me, where was I when he got shot up on Oliver Street here in Charleston, Missouri? Why didn't you ask them brothers that you say you ride with, where was they at when you got shot? Whoever shot you, they didn't know what they was doing. But if you come confront me, I guarantee you going to the cemetery. And I don't care who don't like what I'm saying. I ain't scared of Keith or nobody that Keith run with. I'm a man. Keith can't stop me from making my YouTube videos, or nobody with him can stop me. The only way you can stop me is take my life. The only way you can take my life if God let you take my life. If people would stand up to people like Keith, if you got a license to carry guns, take them Negroes' heads off when they come threatening you and your family if the police ain't gonna do their job. Now, that just go to show you, Keith don't have no life. In Islam, we said the whisperer called him the whisperer of evil. He whispered evil about people, then he withdraw after his whisper. You see, what if somebody came and tried to harm me and my family because of what this Negro said? And he don't know. He put his own family in danger when he say stuff like that. Not by me. You don't care about your mama working at the dollar store. You don't care about your family or your girlfriend. If you did, you would stop using them GDs and BDs and stop telling people lies about me, you coward ass nigga. Peace be still.